Let's get started. UFC social media just got hacked with a crypto scam. Last night, the UFC's official Instagram account was compromised, and things got wild fast. The hackers took over the page and immediately started posting scam messages, attempting to deceive UFC fans into falling for a fake crypto scheme. One of the posts featured the UFC logo alongside a cryptocurrency wallet address, urging followers to participate in what appeared to be an exclusive coin offering. The message read, "UFC fans have been waiting, and the moment is here. Get ready to own the legacy, precision, strength all in one coin." To make it look as legitimate as possible. This type of scam isn't new, but seeing it happen to a major sports organization like the UFC raises serious security concerns. With millions of followers, UFC's Instagram is a prime target for hackers looking to exploit its massive audience. Many fans quickly noticed the suspicious post, and speculation spread like wildfire across social media. As of now, UFC has not made an official statement about the breach, but the fraudulent posts have been removed. The incident highlights the ongoing threat of cyber attacks targeting high-profile brands and celebrities. Stay tuned for updates as we learn more about how this happened and whether UFC will address the issue publicly. Let's hope no one fell victim to this scam. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like to help support the channel. MMA Junkie reporter Mike Bone tweeted the following: UFC's Instagram account has been hacked with a crypto scam. I'm told be cautious out there. It took the UFC over 2 hours to delete the post. As of this recording, there's no clear information on how many people fell for this scam or how the UFC's account even got hacked in the first place. Hopefully, no one lost money to this. Many people in the MMA community jokingly reacted, saying, "Still better than promoting Power Slap." Others questioned, "Are we sure this isn't just Dana trying to fund Power Slap?" It's definitely strange considering Dana White has a close relationship with Mark Zuckerberg. You'd think this issue would have been resolved within minutes or even within an hour, but no, it took the UFC over 2 hours to delete the post and regain control. Hopefully, the UFC's Instagram manager doesn't get fired over something like this. If it ended up being his fault, maybe he clicked on a suspicious link that led to the account being hacked. Meanwhile, Strickland has made headlines once again, this time by threatening ESPN and sharing his strong opinions on a potential matchup between Dricus Du Plessis and Islam Makhachev. Known for his outspoken nature, Strickland didn't hold back when discussing recent UFC developments. At the same time, Dricus Du Plessis addressed the ongoing speculation about a possible fight against Islam Makhachev during an interview with veteran MMA journalist Kevin Iole. While the idea of facing the lightweight champion has been floating around, Du Plessis made it clear that he isn't taking it too seriously. In his own words, "I mean, it's good fun. Listen, I think Islam is deserving of every single praise that he gets. He is amazing. He is just so dominant. He's an incredible fighter, an incredible champion, and deserves that pound for pound #1 spot in my opinion. But as far as this talk of me fighting him, if it happens eventually, cool, but definitely not in the near future." Du Plessis went on to explain that his focus remains on the middleweight division, which is currently packed with exciting matchups. The fight between Arman Tsarukyan and Islam, I think that's a great fight to look forward to. So honestly, it's not something I take seriously at all, but yeah, all praise to Islam. I think he's an incredible fighter. With so much buzz surrounding Islam Makhachev's future and the potential for crossover fights between divisions, Dricus Du Plessis' comments help clarify his stance. He acknowledges Makhachev's dominance, but makes it clear that at least for now, his priority is handling business in his own weight class. Meanwhile, Strickland's statements regarding ESPN remain a major talking point, adding yet another layer of drama to an already eventful UFC news cycle. Stay tuned for more updates as the situation develops. And now, Paul Hughes has finally responded to Conor McGregor. The tension between the two Irish fighters has been at an all-time high following Conor's aggressive posts aimed at Hughes. Fans have been waiting for a response, and now Hughes has broken his silence in an interview with Ariel Helwani, delivering a composed and measured reply to the former UFC champion. Rather than firing back with insults, Hughes took a different approach, offering a classy and level-headed response to McGregor's online jabs. He acknowledged the controversy, but made it clear that he wasn't personally offended. Well, look, I appreciate how you've kind of addressed this as being a sensitive thing, and I could speak about it however I want. It's actually not like I was offended at all. You know, a lot of people in Ireland, especially in the north of Ireland, will say they couldn't be more deeply offended by what he said. but honestly, I'm not offended. I didn't take it personally at all. Hughes went on to describe McGregor's behavior as nothing new, saying, "It sounds bad, but it just seems like another day in his life of just tweeting madness. It's not like I saw that and went, oh, I can't believe he said this about me. It's just another day in the life of Conor McGregor being Conor McGregor." With this calm and composed response, Hughes effectively shut down any potential feud while subtly addressing McGregor's online antics. Whether McGregor will respond again remains to be seen, but for now, Hughes has taken the high road. Stay tuned for more updates. Moving on, Strickland went off on Khamzat Chimaev in a fiery interview that left no stone unturned. Sitting down with MMA Junkie, Strickland had a lot to say about the undefeated Chechen fighter, making it clear that he isn't impressed by Chimaev's recent performances and his rise in the division. Never one to hold back, Strickland unleashed a brutal rant, calling out Chimaev's toughness and questioning his place in the middleweight rankings. Biggest Chen ass. Anybody who fights that guy is gonna get a paycheck, dude. The fight Chen ass went hard and fought a guy who came out really flat and didn't give a damn. Strickland's words cut deep, referring to Chimaev's recent fight against Robert Whittaker, where the Australian fighter struggled under pressure. Strickland implied that Whittaker wasn't at his best during the fight, and Chimaev simply capitalized on the situation, not proving himself to be as dominant as his hype suggests. Rob is known to either be a superstar or a faute can, and he was a can. He was just under too much pressure, Strickland continued, throwing shade at Whittaker's performance and claiming that Chimaev's success in that bout wasn't as impressive as people made it out to be. But Strickland wasn't done there. He took things a step further, firing shots at Chimaev's career trajectory. "After I'm done with Chimaev, he's going back to peddling crypto scams." Strickland didn't hold back his disdain for Chimaev's outside the octagon ventures, accusing him of resorting to other ventures after his UFC run fizzles out. Despite his harsh words, Strickland did admit that Chimaev is a talented fighter. However, he made it abundantly clear that he doesn't respect him as a person. Can Chimaev fight? Yeah, he can fight, but you're not a man. I know you're not a man. You know you're not a man. The whole world knows you're not a man. Strickland's words stung, calling Chimaev's masculinity and character into question, going well beyond just his fighting ability. Strickland's comments are sure to stir up even more drama in the UFC middleweight division, with Chimaev still undefeated and looking for his next big challenge. Could this be the beginning of a heated rivalry between these two? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, if these two ever step inside the octagon together, it's going to be must-watch television. The drama and animosity between Strickland and Chimaev is at an all-time high, and their potential showdown is quickly becoming one of the most anticipated matchups in the UFC. In other news, Alex Pereira's team has released footage, and concerns are now rising over whether Shara Bullet might have a staph infection. Here we go again. Every fight week, someone gets put under a microscope because of a mark on their body, and the MMA community takes it and runs wild with speculation. But this time, there might be some validity to the concerns. Before we continue, we have a favor to ask. Help us reach 2,000 subscribers on Boxing Facts by subscribing and turning on notifications for daily MMA content. Seriously, we rarely miss a day. Now back to the issue at hand. Concerns are growing over whether Shara Bullet Magomedov is dealing with a staph infection ahead of his fight against Michael Page this weekend in the co-main event for UFC Saudi Arabia. A picture of Shara from Media Day has started making the rounds, and fans are speculating that he has staph on his leg. If you look closely, you can see a wound just below his kneecap in the tibia bone area that appears to be either healing or becoming infected. Many are pointing out that it looks exactly like a staph infection. To add to the speculation, a side-by-side image of an actual staph infection from a doctor compared to what we see on Shara's leg is making the rounds, and people are even more convinced that this could be staph. Now, let's be clear, we're not saying the fight is off, and we're not saying he'll pull out. But if this is a staph infection, Shara will be on antibiotics, which could affect his performance and stamina. This could also impact his kicks during the fight in a big way. So what do you think? Is Shara dealing with a staph infection, or is the MMA community just blowing this out of proportion once again? And while we're at it, let's talk about some of the other major MMA controversies right now. What do you think about all these ongoing MMA controversies? Is Islam Makhachev making the right move by going up to welterweight and fighting Belal Muhammad? And do you think Khamzat Chimaev deserves a title shot this year? Let us know in the comment section below.